Lots of stuff. You know how you were all excited when you all walked in? You were looking everywhere. There were things everywhere to see, and really very amazing things. There are things in here I've never seen. So this dog, who can smell things 400 million times better than we can smell things, when they walked in the room, what do you think happened to them?
They can smell things.
Oh my goodness, yes. All that smell whacked them in the face, and they were just, oh my gosh, I'm in Disney World for dogs. So they were just amazed by everything in this room. So we're gonna let you guys touch the dogs in just a few minutes, but what we want to talk to you a little bit about is how to approach a dog. Now Tucker and Tigger are very friendly dogs. Search dogs have to be friendly dogs because they look for people, right? And if they find their person and then they eat them, is that good?
Yeah.
No. So they have to be very friendly creatures. But not all dogs are, so what we want you to learn is to take away from this today just maybe 3 or 4 little things. And that's before you ever walk up to somebody's dog, always ask the owner, say, could I pet your dog? And don't say it as you're running up there. You know, stop a distance back and just say, can I pet your dog? And if they say, yes, you may pet my dog, then what you should do is never come down on a dog like this, because what does that look like to the dog?
Slapping.
Yeah, so the dog might cower or might be afraid a little bit. So whenever you pet a dog, you always, come here, buddy. It's good you can pet them like right here, you know, they like that. But it's always good not to get your face right by their face just in case something startles them. But you just pet them right there and they like that very much. But then when you pet a dog, it's always a good idea because our hands have been a lot of places. You know, I might have just come over here and petted this deer and petted this other thing. So when I come up to the dog with my hand, we already know how good their nose is and how good they smell. So when I come up to that dog with my hand, he wants to know what my hand smells like. So before you start to pet the dog, if you could everybody take your hand out like this. Now fold your fingers in and make a fist. Okay, this is how we always want, very good you guys, this is how we always want to approach a dog. Because do dogs eat things like hot dogs and hamburgers and things like that?
No.
Oh yes they do.
Well, I never feed my dog.
And that's very good, but if dogs have a chance, they eat hot dogs. And what does all this look like to a dog? 5 hot dogs. So when we walk up to a dog, we're always going to hide our hot dogs. So let me see that one more time. How do we approach a dog? With our hands like, hide your hot dogs. Okay. And then we're just going to let the dog smell the back of our hand. And then as soon as the dog's okay with that, then we're going to pet him where? Yeah, right here, just very nice.
Or on the head.
We don't ever want to do this, right? Once you pet them on the neck a little bit, you can move up to their head, but we don't ever want to come down on them like this. Now,
pet their back.
or you could pet their back, yeah, that's good. But if you pet right around here, then the dog can see you really good. If you get around to their back, they can't necessarily see you. The other thing we want to tell you is if a dog, if you're ever out walking somewhere and there's a loose dog, don't ever turn around and run, because what kind of creatures do dogs chase?
Squirrels.
Squirrels and rabbits. And what makes the chase fun for the dog? It's fun because the rabbit and the squirrel run, right?
Yeah.
And that triggers a prey drive in the dog. So we don't ever want you to run from a dog. We want you to stand still and be big and say, go away, dog, go away. But when you turn and run, now your backside's exposed and you're running, and the dog might think it's a game, or they might think, oh, a big rabbit, and chase you. So that was just maybe 3 or 4 things. What's the first thing about how to greet a dog? What's the first thing that you do? Before that, even before that, what do you say to the person who owns the dog?
Make me pet the dog.
Yes, and where do you say that from? From over there, not right up on the dog. So you say that from a little bit of distance. You say, may I please pet your dog? And then when you come up to pet the dog, how do you come up? Yep, you present your hand like this and let the dog smell it first. And don't run up, because that might make the dog think you're running at it. So just walk up nicely, hold your hand like this, and you're hide your hot dogs, right? So they can't get them. And then where do you pet the dog? Yeah, right here, and then you can maybe move their head a little bit, but you're going to start right here. Okay, we got about, Ginger, anything you want to add to that?
No, I think we're good.
Okay, we're going to walk around here and let you guys touch the dog. Do we have time for that, Ash?
Sure.
Okay,
Go ahead.
we're going to walk around here and just let you pet the dogs for a second instead of all of you coming up here, if that's an okay way to do this, everybody. And then you can meet Tigger and you can meet Tucker. Both Tigger and Tucker have been doing this for quite some time, and both Tigger and Tucker have actually found lost people that were missing. So these are some dogs with some experience. We're actually holding a big training seminar in Lapeer here this weekend. There's going to be dogs all over. There's going to be dogs downtown Lapeer. There's going to be dogs in all the woods. So these search dogs will be up here training all weekend. So we appreciate your hospitality. Are you from Metamora? Is that where some of you are from, I heard? Is it
I am.
Okay, well we appreciate the hospitality, and we're going to bring the dogs around and pet
You better ask her, can we pet your dog? Ready?
Oh yeah, good time to ask. Okay, we're
1, 2,
standing here.
3.
We're standing here. This is a dress rehearsal. We're standing here with these dogs. What do you say to us?
Can we pet the dog?
Why, yes, you may.
Yeah.
And then what do you do? Nothing, because we're bringing them around. You just stay there. But when you reach out, first reach out like this. You remember? Okay, we're going to start right here. Ginger, you want to look that way? Okay.
Pet your doggy.
If anybody doesn't want to pet him, if anybody's afraid, just let me know. Are you a little bit nervous? Go ahead. This is, they're very